15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Welcome everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you have a great start to the week. It's time for the 15-Minute Monday again. High-octane energy episodes to get your week kick-started. Let's get right into it. Today we want to talk about how interactional force fields make or break your organization and what you can do about it. Have you ever wondered why some teams just gel while others struggle? Constant conflict and power struggles are taking place. Well, the answer lies in interactional force fields, the invisible dynamics that shape how we interact and work together. When the force fields are aligned, teams thrive. But when they are misaligned, productivity and morale suffer. The good news is you have the power to shape these forces in your organization by understanding how interactional force fields form and spread. You can avoid the pitfalls, redirect negative energy into something positive, and build a culture where people feel motivated, valued, and able to do their best work. The future success of your organization depends on it. Interactional force fields are powerful. So in this episode, I want to talk to you about interactional force fields and how you can spot them in your workplace and take actionable steps to make sure they do not work against you. The results will amaze you. I want to give you a quick example on interactional force fields. Imagine the company is a spider web and the owner or the board is the big spider that owns the web. You will never see a spider putting a web into a high traffic area. What would be the point putting a spider web somewhere where you have flocks of birds flying through, you have big objects flying through, big animals, predators walking through it all the time? A spider usually doesn't do it. They will always place their spider web in a strategic position where only elements and prey will hit that web that they can handle. They will make sure that only the right kind of prey will be allowed to hit their web, because otherwise they will be overwhelmed, the net will tear, they will have to rebuild it all the time, and that would waste resources and make it unsustainable to maintain that web. And the same thing is with a company. Thinking of that analogy with the spider web, it is important that if your company represents the spider web, that it is placed in a strategic way, that it will allow for ripple effect, that it will allow to be flexible, and that it only captures the right prey. Everyone that gets tangled up in that net needs to fit the structure so that it doesn't rupture the web, that the ripple effect doesn't interfere too much with the dynamics, and that everyone else is still capable of interacting with each other without any disruption. In other words, any kind of impact or interference with the web should result into a ripple effect that doesn't interfere too much with its basic operations. That's what we talk about with interactional force fields. Everyone that comes into your organization makes that web shake. It has an impact on everybody. It can bring the net to a point where it can tear it down, break it, and it has to be rebuilt again. So the dynamic that comes in with every individual into your company, that is important to monitor. You need to make sure you have the right people. The personal setup of a person, their energy, their vibe, their culture, everything that they bring with is a part that is going to be sucked up by your organization, and your organization will become what you employ. So you need to make sure that those processes are controlled and that they align with your mission and your vision. So the impact of interactional force fields on teams and organizations. You want your team to be firing on all cylinders, collaborating like a well-oiled machine, right? Then you need to pay attention to the interactional force fields at play. These unseen dynamics can make or break your group's success. The good news is you have the power to influence these forces for the better. By being aware of them and taking proactive steps, you can transform a dysfunctional team into an unstoppable one. First, focus on cooperation over competition. Encourage team members to share information openly, support each other, and work together toward common goals. A win-win mindset will supercharge your group's productivity and morale. Second, build an atmosphere of trust and psychological safety. Make it clear that all ideas and opinions are valued. When people feel comfortable being vulnerable, creativity and innovation thrive. Finally, spread positive emotions. Your enthusiasm and passion are contagious. Compliment team members and celebrate wins, both big and small. A cheerful, optimistic environment leads to greater engagement, creativity, and collaboration. With cooperation, trust, and positivity, you'll be well on your way to developing a highly synergistic team. By leveraging these interactional forces, you can achieve results greater than the sum of individual efforts. An energized, cohesive group is a powerful thing. Now you have to take the tools and go and build one. What pitfalls to avoid recognizing destructive force fields? Watch out for conflict avoidance. When tensions simmer below the surface, productivity plummets. Address issues head-on through open communication and mediate disagreements before sides form. Get everyone talking. It's the only way to find common ground and understanding. Beware of groupthink. When a desire for harmony stifles alternative ideas, innovation dies. Promote independent thinking by assigning people to come up with opposing viewpoints or play devil's advocate. New concepts emerge when we make room for dissent. Look out for social loafing. When individual effort gets lost in the crowd, motivation vanishes. Give team members specific responsibilities and accountability to combat the tendency to coast. Praise individual contributions to keep enthusiasm high. With awareness and action, you can transform destructive force fields into catalysts for creativity. Foster an environment where people feel heard, valued, and invested, and you'll build a team with unstoppable energy and synergy. Tackle issues together. Encourage different viewpoints and motivate members by recognizing individual effort. Do this, and interactional force fields will propel your team to new heights instead of holding them back. The choice is always yours. Managing interactional force fields and strategies for success. You got the power to harness interactional force fields and make them work for your team. How? By managing them strategically and proactively. Here are a few tips that I want to give you to get started. Focus on common goals. Rally your team around shared goals and collective purpose. This gives people a reason to come together and bond, rather than divide into factions. Communicate these common goals frequently to keep them top of mind. Build trust. Make time for casual interactions and team bonding. Grab a coffee, eat lunch together, or plan an offsite. Getting to know each other on a personal level builds understanding and trust, the foundation of a cohesive team. Address issues quickly and directly head-on. Don't ignore tensions or let resentment build. Address issues immediately through open and honest communication. Have courageous conversations where people feel heard and respected. Look for compromise and find common ground. And rotate roles. Give people opportunities to walk in each other's shoes. Rotating roles, teams, and responsibilities helps build empathy and a bigger picture perspective. This also prevents silos from forming. Celebrate wins. Recognize and reward collaborative achievements. Celebrate both big milestones and small wins together. This reinforces the power of teamwork and shared purpose. Positivity is contagious. Lead with optimism. As a leader, your attitude and outlook have a significant influence. Maintain an optimistic and encouraging stance. Your positive energy will motivate your team to come together even when facing difficulties or setbacks. An optimistic leader finds solutions rather than placing blame. With mindful management of interactional force fields, you can leverage them to build a team that's motivated, dedicated, and ready to achieve great things together. By focusing on common goals, building trust, addressing issues promptly, rotating roles, celebrating wins, and leading with optimism, you will be on a surefire success road to building amazing teams. So how do we succeed in the face of force field dynamics and build a winning team culture? Building a winning team culture is absolutely within your reach. Stay positive, focus on solutions instead of problems, and make empowering your people a top priority. Foster open communication, encourage your team to share ideas, ask questions, and speak freely without fear of judgment. An open channel of communication builds trust and allows for collaborative problem solving. Meet regularly to check in, provide feedback, and make sure everyone feels heard. Promote cooperation over competition. Teamwork makes the dream work. Reward collaborative efforts and encourage your team to work together towards common goals instead of competing with each other. Foster an environment where people feel motivated to support their teammates' success. This is a key point. You have to remember that and enforce that. Empower and delegate. Don't micromanage. Give your team autonomy and authority to make decisions. Clearly communicate your vision and objectives. Provide the necessary resources and guidance, and then step back and let them shine. Delegating shows you trust your team and allows them to develop leadership skills. Without letting them go, they will not fly. Celebrate wins, big or small. Nothing motivates like success. So find reasons to celebrate, even small milestones and achievements. Throw pizza parties, hand out gift cards, or simply send a good job email. Appreciating your team's efforts will boost engagement, morale, and productivity. Lead with optimism. Your positive attitudes sets the tone for your whole team. Focus on opportunities rather than obstacles. Praise your team's strength and the progress they have made. When challenges arise, maintain an optimistic, we've got this mindset. Your team will follow your lead. Staying laser focused on empowering your people, fostering open communication, and promoting a collaborative team culture will help you overcome any interactional force field dynamics threatening your team's success. You've totally got the power to build an unstoppable winning team. And to close it off, here a summarization or the top 10 tips to leverage and harness the power of interactional force fields. 1. Foster open communication. Encourage team members to openly share ideas, feedback, and concerns. An open exchange of thoughts and feelings builds trust and understanding. 2. Promote mutual support. Team members should build each other up through praise, encouragement, and assistance. Having each other's backs creates cohesion. 3. Share leadership roles. Don't concentrate power and authority in one person. Spread leadership across the team so everyone has a chance to contribute in a meaningful way. This boosts investment in the team's success. 4. Value different perspectives. Seek out diversity of thought by including people from different backgrounds and areas of expertise. Appreciate what each person brings to the table. Varied vantage points result in better solutions. 5. Foster shared identity. Help the team develop a collective sense of purpose and belonging. Use words like we and us and focus on the shared goals and values that unite the group. This builds team mindset. 6. Address conflicts constructively. When disagreements arise, deal with them in a respectful and solution-focused manner. Compromise and find common ground instead of personal attacks. Resolving conflicts in a positive way strengthens relationships. 7. Positive feedback. Offer consistent feedback to help team members understand expectations and improve performance. Accept feedback openly and make appropriate changes. An exchange of meaningful feedback leads to growth. 8. Celebrate shared wins. Make time to acknowledge and rejoice in team achievements together. Even small wins should be celebrated. Reveling in shared success boosts team spirit and motivation. 9. Review and revise. Meet regularly as a team to evaluate what's working, address any challenges, and make adjustments. Continuously improving team dynamics and performance sustains progress. 10. Express appreciation. Say thank you and give sincere compliments to show gratitude for each team member's contributions. Feeling valued and appreciated keeps people engaged and committed to the team. So here you have it. Now you understand the power of interactional force fields and how they shape your team and organization. Use this knowledge to build an empowered, motivated team poised for success. Foster open communication, address tensions, and make collaboration a priority. Celebrate wins, share knowledge, and support each other. Create an environment where people feel heard, respected, and able to do their best work. Doing so will transform your organization into an unstoppable force for progress. The future is yours to shape as a leader. Now go out there and make it happen. With the right mindset and tools, you have everything you need to overcome those obstacles, achieve amazing things, and change the world. If you need assistance evaluating interactional force fields and see how they have already integrated into your organization, into your departments, in your teams, you can contact me. I can assist with that. And with nice team coaching sessions or leadership sessions, we can leverage the power and the impact that interactional force fields can have in your small business or in your organization. So don't be shy. Get in touch. I'm here to assist. Other than that, that was the 15-Minute Monday. I wish you guys an amazing, inspiring, full of leadership and positive energy week. I see you on Friday for the next episode on the Success Blueprint, where we discuss strategies to build a life and business you love. Take care.